Hey, Brendan, what was it again? Was it microphone array? Headset microphone? Do you have it plugged in? Okay, what is the yellow one looking like? How high up is it? Okay.
Welcome to Seaman Stadium, Dr. Field for tonight's continuous game between the Hayden Wildcats and the Seaman Viking. Tonight we welcome our senior classmen with football, girls and boys cross country, girls golf, girls tennis, dance here, and the Wildcats dance team. We'd like to thank them for the commitment they've made to our program for the past 4 years. We want to introduce our seniors and their parents, while the team athletic booster club provides the flowers for each senior and their parents. Again, thank you for your kindness, support, and commitment of our program at Seaman High School. Head football coach is Coach O'Neill, girls cross country is Coach Brady, boys cross country is Coach Lee, girls golf is Coach McLaughlin, girls tennis Coach Gill, band is Director Dave, cheer is Coach Dice, and volleyball is Coach Schumacher. For football, we have Kyle Adams, the son of Steve and Amber Adams. Besides football, Kyle has been involved in wrestling, SCTV, and FBLA. Kyle is undecided on his future training. Reese Town is the son of Jeff and Cassius Town. Reese been active in football, basketball, golf, long roll, and netball. Reese plans to play football at college level and study to be a dentist. Taylor Hatcheskamp is the son of Casey Hatcheskamp and accompanied by Debbie Sutter. Taylor plans to attend college in the fall. Hayden Hayden is the son of Bill and Maria Hayden. Hayden has played football, basketball, and wrestling. He's undecided on future plans. John Hoffman is the son of Kevin and Heather Hoffman. In addition to football, he's involved in Suco, Shark, and is the senior high bank president this year. After graduation, John will attend Kansas State University. Katie Nurse is the son of Michael Holloman and Casey Nurse. Katie has participated in football, baseball, and has been part of the freshman mentor program. His future plans include being a degree in criminal justice from Washington University. Ewan Mills is the son of April and Jason Mills. He's been active playing football, wrestling, baseball, track, powerlifting, and member of the Fishing Club. Ewan plans to attend college on football scholarship and major in sports management or construction management. Casey Murray is the son of TJ and Simon Murray. After graduation, he plans to join family business. Ike Crandall is the son of Shelley and Al Crandall. In addition to football, Ike has been active in baseball, college ball, FBLA, and Suco. Ike plans to play football in college, so to continue to be a kicker. Number Snyder is the son of Christine Snyder and Susan Green. After graduation, Hunter plans to attend Washington State. George Zahn is the son of Dustin and Tina Zahn. He has participated in football, baseball, basketball, fishing club, and ski club. George plans to play football in college, major in criminal justice, secure schools, and law enforcement. Nathan Zappaton is the son of Darren and Fish Zappaton. besides football, Nathan also plays basketball. He plans to attend Burkett, be an electrician and inside on grade 16. Girls cross country. Megan Allister is the daughter of Dave and Robin Allister. She's been active in cross country and track. Megan will attend Washington University and major in computer information systems. Kristen Simon is the daughter of Susan and Darren Simon. In addition to cross country, Kristen has been a member of Tea Club, National Honor Society, Steve Clipper, and President of Internet Club. Kristen will attend Pittsburgh State University and study nursing. Alexandra Phillips is the daughter of Zachary Phillips and Olivia Carlo. She has been a member of cross country and track team, Tea Club, and Spirit Club. Alexandra plans to attend Washington University and study physical therapy. Emily Watson is the daughter of Corey and Jack Watson. Emily has been a member of the cross country and track team and FBLA. Emily plans to attend Washington University and study nursing. Our boys cross country team. Corbin Atkins is son of Stacy and Aaron Atkins. Corbin has been a member of cross country and track team. Corbin plans to go to college and medical school. He aspires to be a dermatologist with the dreams of living ocean front property in Florida. Jack Cornick is the son of Danny Carter and Chris Carter and Timothy Carter. He has been active in cross country and track and field. In the fall, Jack plans to continue to run track at the University of Pennsylvania. Nathan Dowd is the son of Glenn and Randy Dowd. Nathan has participated in cross country and track. After graduation, he plans to attend Washington Track School of Law. Riley Keller is the son of Jason and Michelle Griffith. He is undecided on the discipline of his science. Girls Golf. Katie Goldberg is the daughter of Jason and Chris Goldberg. Along with golf, she has been a member of Tea Club and National Honor Society. Katie is undecided on future plans. Molly Kaufman is the daughter of Pat and Julie Kaufman. She has been involved in tennis, student council, Vikings United, Math Club, College Bowl, Viking Cruise, and National History Day. Molly plans to attend college reunion at Sam Field. Girls tennis. Lauren Buber is the daughter of Shane and Buber. In addition to tennis, Lauren has been involved in National Honor Society, DMAT, Swim Team, FBLA, National 50 Day, State Qualifier, Editor-in-Chief of the Yearbook, Tea Club, Star, Senior Bank, and Vice President of Tea Club. Lauren plans to major in communication at the University of Arkansas. Lauren Ebert is the daughter of Lee and Steve Ebert. She has been active in tennis, volleyball, swimming, international spirit club, and has been a four-star college student all through high school. She plans to major in pre-med at the University of Tennessee. Kylie Jones is the daughter of Leslie David Jones. Kylie has participated in tennis, volleyball, Tea Club, star, Viking Blues, bank member, National Honor Society, and Writing Center. After graduation, Kylie plans to attend Tennessee State University. Sarah Congress is the daughter of Deborah and Kenny Congress. Besides tennis, Sarah has been active in track, swim, French club, art club, and spirit club. Sarah plans to join the Army National Guard and go to KV to study nursing. Elise Simon is the daughter of Todd and Michelle Simon. Elise has been involved with tennis, serving as team captain, Viking Blues, star, Tea Club, and SBA. Elise plans to attend college and pursue a career as a nurse practitioner with a focus in the field of dermatology. Viking cheerleader Isabel Hertzberg and daughter of Sarah and David Kingsbury. She has been a member of SSS Cheer, CMAS, Coast Choir, and Soccer Committee, as well as the National Freshman Society. She plans to attend college after graduation with undecided which college she will attend. Sarah Godlove is escorted by Mike Godlove and Mary Olsen and Michael New Godlove. Along with Sarah has been involved in art club, spirit club, and a member of the track team. She plans to study mass communication at the high school. Katie Cooley is the daughter of Jennifer and Eric Cooley. Katie is a member of Spirit Club and also played volleyball during her freshman year. Katie plans to attend the University of Kansas to study nursing. Ella Kelly is just met with tennis practice and youth study. Ella has been involved in student, club, and also worked at the FSS Bank. She is a thought student and a member of National Honor Society. Ella plans to pursue a career in elementary education. Abigail Lucas is the daughter of Seaman Viking. For the past 4 years, she's been a cheerleader and co-star member. She has also been on the Health Committee and International Veteran Society advisor. Abigail plans to study back in marketing and the performing arts. Tyler Parkhurst is escorted by Lisa and Bobby Parkhurst. Tyler's time here at Seaman High School has been spent in cheer, show choir, judo, golf, and theater. After graduation, Tyler plans to attend Wichita State to become a nurse and necessary. Jacqueline Roy is the daughter of John and Julie Roy. Cheerleading and music are the activities that keep her busy during the time at SHS. Jacqueline plans to attend either Washington University or KU. Her father is the daughter of Nikki and Sandy Tyler and Matt and Laura Goodman. She is a member of Street Squad, Swim Team, Orchestra, and artist with the Writing Center. Her plans after high school to study psychology at Brigham Young University. Hannah Cornwall is escorted by Becky and Travis Stewart. She has been a cheerleader for all 4 years of high school. Hannah has also been a member of concert choir and show choir. Hannah plans to pursue a career in elementary education at Queen's Washington University. Hannah Watkins is the daughter of Tony and Leonard Clyde. Hannah is a member of the student and auxiliary dance team. After graduation, Hannah studied to attend college at the University of Kansas. Our Vikettes. Paige Norris is daughter of Steve and Stephanie Norris. Paige is our Vikings manager. She has also been involved with Vikings United, Student Advisory Council, START, and SGA. After high school graduation, Paige would like to pursue a career as a detective. Tyler Kyle is escorted by parents Tony Kyle and Christina Eckerson. Tyler is a member of the Vikettes as well as the FSS Bank. After graduation, she plans to attend the University of Oklahoma to work towards a BFA in dance and ballet with a minor in business. Casey Sanders is the daughter of Rick and Kathy Sanders. Casey has been on the soccer team all 4 years of high school. She has also been a member of the soccer team, AS Club, CMAS, FBLA, German Club, Club, and assistant with the specialist. Although Casey does not plan to attend college, she is still deciding to attend college. She is still planning on what that might be. The Viking band and band auxiliary. Reese Adams is daughter of James and Tammy Adams. She has been involved with many activities and clubs during the time here at SHS, including cheerleading, jazz, stage, Kansas Youth Connect Council, Swim Team, Tea Club, the Writing Center, and is currently the marching band and clarinet section leader. She plans to major in aerospace engineering. Larissa Boston was the daughter of Shelley Boston. She has enjoyed her time at Seaman High School participating in bands. She is currently undecided about her plans following graduation in May. Patrick Biggs is the son of Clint and Patty Biggs. Patrick's second self-vision is jazz band, marching band, church team, soccer team, golf, and tennis. He is also a member of FBLA and Washington High School Leadership Academy. He's going to pursue a degree in business with plans for a career in law enforcement. Sophie Gilby is escorted to TV by Terry C. Gilby. Along with marching band, Sophie has been involved with cheer, NASCAR, and ICTV. Her future plans include attending Twin Cities Community College. Elizabeth Kane is the daughter of Susan and Chris Kane. Elizabeth is a member of James and is preparing for a USA Club. She plans to stay school and attend college after graduation in May. Emily Christmas is the daughter of Christina and Craig Christmas. She has spent time at SHS and marching band, concert band, and playing softball and bowling. She plans to attend Washington University to become a nurse. Jessica Davis is escorted to duty by Michael and Allison Davis. Jessica plans has enjoyed marching band, symphonic band, wind ensemble, as well as several clubs such as band and singing. She plans to study genetics. So at this time, the undecided which college she will attend. McKenna Denny is the daughter of Stacy and David Denny. Other than being part of the marching band, McKenna has played basketball, and softball, as well as being a member of the Swimming Spirit Club. After high school, McKinney looked to play softball and pursue a pharmaceutical degree in Iowa. Lana Denny is the daughter of Sheila Denny. Lana is one of 12 students and has been a family member for all 4 years and enjoys NASCAR. She plans to attend Kansas University after graduation. Dan Finley is the son of Kevin and Angela Finley. During his time at SHS, Dan was a band member as well as playing tennis and participating in Vegas Rangers. Dan plans to attend Kansas State University and study business administration. Katie Fox is the son of Jackson and Brian Fox. Katie is one of our marching band section leader, the drum major, as well as a member of many clubs, including FCCLA, Ski Club, Mass Club, and Spirit Club. She's also in the base, Rangers, CMAC, and National Honor Society. Katie is planning to study biochemistry on a pre-dental path. However, it's still deciding which university to attend. Amy Hurd is escorted by Robin and Bob Ford. She is a participant in the band and broadcast all 4 years of high school, as well as being one of our 12 students. Amy plans to attend college and major in swimming. Gary Ray Jensen is the son of Gary and Eileen Jensen. Gary is one of our percussionists in the band. He is currently attending Washington Tech and plans to pursue a career in welding. Veronica Martin is escorted to TV by James and Jill Martin. She has enjoyed the time that they have participated in the band, Viking United, Valley Bowl, and is a member of the National Honor Society. Veronica plans to attend Johnson County Community College for a transfer on KU for a bachelor's degree in business administration. Mark McClendon is the daughter of Nicole and Adam Gibson. Mark is a marching band and youth trumpet player in Jazz on College. She is also a member of the National Honor Society and DC of SHS Regional Club. Molly plans at graduation to attend the University of Kansas to major in political science. Karen McKnight is here tonight with Jonathan and Darren Canale. He is a member of marching band, jazz band, show choir, as well as being involved with International Veterans Society and performed at our fall and spring productions. Ken hopes to continue band and theater at Washington University while working towards a degree in criminal law. Tyler Moser is the son of Scott and Ray Moser. Tyler participated in band, debate, track, swim, and is a member of the National Honor Society as well as the Eagle Scout. He will continue his education at preschool and study mechanical engineering. Glenn Harris is escorted by Claire in Lincoln, along with marching bands and concert bands. Glenn is involved with GSA, FFA club. Glenn's post-high school plans include attending Cup or State. Commissioner Teacher. Trinity Powell is the daughter of Sheldon and Jerry Powell. She is a member of our Silver Dance team. After she graduates, Trinity plans to attend Washington University to become an elementary teacher. Allie Reed is escorted tonight by her parents, Sarah and Amy Reed. Allie is captain of a Billy Dance team, as well as member of our Creek Club. She works in the SSS Bank and assists with our Viking group. Allie is involved with many clubs such as Spirit and Interact. She has participated in History Day and Student Viking Television. She plans to attend LIM Fashion College in New York City to focus on fashion, media, and society, as well as international business. Stephen Reed is the son of Stephen and Sarah Reed. He is a member of marching band, the swim team, Interact Club, and Spirit Club. Stephen is also involved with Student Swim Association and the Eagle Scout. His plans include studying criminal justice and biology after graduation, but it's undecided at this time which college he will attend. Carson Russell is the daughter of 16 and Max Russell. She has spent her high school years involved with band, track, basketball, as well as a member of Cross Committee, Youth Group, FCA, and Portland. Carson is considering a business degree from Washington University. Our senior is escorted tonight by Michelle, Sam, and Aaron Team. Riley is a member of our marching band, jazz band, chamber orchestra, and theater orchestra. Riley is trained to attend college to pursue a career in music. Rachel Smith is the daughter of Scott and Linda Smith. Along with being a member of marching band, she's also involved in concert band, orchestra, and book club. She's going to obtain a CNA at Washington Tech, but continues her nursing degree at Washington University. Carter Schrader is escorted tonight by Lieutenant Terry Diane Schrader. Carter is a marching band and jazz band member. She's also a member of START, German Club, Gulfstream, and our competitive robotics team. After graduation, Carter came to attend Wichita State University to study aerospace engineering. Jillian Piper is the daughter of Mike and James Piper. She's been on the auxiliary dance team all 4 years of high school and is a marching band captain this year. She also is a member of Fishing Club, Spirit Club, and Singers Club. Jillian hopes to teach either high school English or history, but also has an interest in physical therapy. Spencer Vale is the son of Amy and Aaron Vale, along with marching band, Spencer is in concert band, and International Destiny Society. Upon graduating high school, he plans to attend Pittsburgh State University to study graphics and imaging technology. Samantha Vieira is being escorted by Gary Vieira. Samantha has spent the 4 years of senior high school being part of marching band, drumline and section leader, bike exchange team, Ski Club, FCA, and as a START student. She has also been involved with our theater production and film team. Samantha is still deciding which college to attend, but she's planning to study biology or music education. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a well-deserved round of applause to these young men and women and their families for their dedication and commitment to our academic, extracurricular, and athletic programs.
September 11th, 2001, our country experienced a tragedy that took the lives of many of our fellow countrymen and women. Many of these were first responders and emergency workers who arrived on the scene of a terrorist attack and sacrificed their own lives to help others. Throughout the day and this evening, we fly our flag at half-mast in recognition of Patriot Day, September 11th. Let us share in a moment of silence as we remember our fallen Americans and heroes. Thank you. Now, please rise if you are able, remove your hat, and join the Seaman Viking under the direction of Mr. Harry Staley and Mrs. Anna Kennedy as they present our national anthem. Both teams were victorious on opening night last week as the Wildcats upended the victorious Spartans 47-7, and your Seaman Vikings defeated the Washburn Royal Junior Blues 42-8. The Lady Wildcats are coached by Bill Arnold, and the Vikings are coached by Glenn O'Neill. The purpose of this event this evening is to provide positive learning experiences and personal growth opportunities for the participants. Tonight, we welcome our guests from Hayden Catholic High School. This competition is being conducted according to the rules of the San State High School Activities Association. Spectators should assist in the promotion and achievement of good sportsmanship, so that everyone may enjoy this evening's game.
Hello and good evening, everybody. You're looking live to Seaman High School as we have an inter-city rivalry matchup between the Seaman Vikings and the Hayden Wildcats. Thank you all so much for tuning in to SVTV Live here on YouTube. I'm your lone announcer, Lane Gillespie, a Seaman High School alum. It's senior night here as we recognize the class of 2021 for their job well done over the past 4 years here at Seaman High School. Both teams come into this matchup 1-0. The Hayden Wildcats defeated the Emporia Spartans 47-7 last week, and the Seaman Vikings defeated Washburn Rural here at home 42-8. And if you were here to watch that game, you know that was mainly led by quarterback Reed Cowan, who last week went 12 for 17 passing, finished with 178 yards and a passing touchdown. He also ran for 36 yards and had a touchdown there as well. The rushing attack, however, was led by Nathan Zephyrjohn, who had 11 carries, 66 yards, and 3 touchdowns. But the play of the game, if you guys saw it, was a wide receiver to wide receiver pass from Kason Stahlbomber to Peyton Murray. I had to check my stats for a second. I had to be sure. It was a 66-yard touchdown pass from Stahlbomber to Murray, and that was, without a doubt, the play of the game. Hayden won the toss. They have decided to defer, so the Seaman Vikings will start off with the ball in this Friday Night Lights matchup. This is also an inter-city rivalry matchup, and since both of these teams come in 1-0, this is going to be a fun one. Also like to take this moment to take a quick shout out to Ethan Guzman, the other man in this production, only a 2-man production today. Upstairs running the broadcast camera and helping the camera point to the scoreboard so we can get you the fast analysis, and so I don't have to repeat the clock every 30 seconds like I did last week. It could also kind of give you the feeling that you are here wondering how much time is left and wondering what the score is. You can just look to your right if you look at the scoreboard. Well, we're just about to get started here at Seaman High School. Back deep to return for the Seaman Vikings in this kickoff is Caden Meredith, Peyton Murray, and Jordan Zahn. To kick for Hayden is Chance Criley. And this game is underway. It's a short kick that will a bit to the left, and Murray will recover it at about the 17-yard line. A couple of great blocks, still pushing forward at the 30. Still pushing across the 35 to the 37. That's a good start. First down and 10 for the Vikings. Reed Cowan back at quarterback. That's Nathan Zephyrjohn in the backfield. Stahlbomber in motion, and it's a pitch out to Stahlbomber. But he's going to get met up a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. And it's a loss of 2 to start off the ball game. Called a loss of 2. It'll be second down and 12 at the 34-yard line for the Seaman Vikings. Shotgun formation, Zephyrjohn in the backfield to the left hip pocket of Cowan. Back to throw, pressure coming, and fires left. Pass is caught by Murray and is brought down at around the 43-yard line and out of bounds. Good gain, called a gain of 10 as he is at the 44 and a 3rd and short. I formation with Stahlbomber in the backfield and Kobe Jordan in as the fullback. Zephyrjohn is also to the left of Jordan. It'll be a pitch out. Stahlbomber pushing forward, got the first by about a yard and moved the chains for the Vikings. That's a good way to start it off. First down and 10 at their own 48-yard line for the Seaman Vikings. That's Stahlbomber in the backfield behind Kobe Jordan in at fullback. It's Stahlbomber on the run, found a hole, but is hit hard at midfield. And who was there? It's Desmond Purnell with a big hit coming out of the secondary. That's a gain of 3. Second down at the Hayden 49-yard line. Shotgun set with Zephyrjohn in the backfield. Looking to throw, looks immediately to the left, pass is caught. Trying to push forward, brought down for the first down at the 41. That's P.J. Vargas.
Pick up of 9 yards on the play. Good enough for a Viking. First down. Tackle on the play by number 4, Jameer Garrett. First and 10 Vikings. In the Hayden 40.
Zephyrjohn in the backfield. Bit of confusion for Peyton Murray as a receiver. Stahlbomber gets a toss. He's going to look to throw. Wide open man on the right side. It's caught. Touchdown Vikings. Jordan Zahn off the pass from Kason Stahlbomber. I mentioned earlier Stahlbomber had a passing touchdown last week. He got one this week too on the very first possession of the ball game.
40-yard touchdown pass from Kason Stahlbomber. Jordan Zahn on the reception.
In to kick will be number 31, Ike Pringle, to try to put the Vikes up 7-0. Boy, that had plenty of leg, and that was good. 7-0 Vikings to start off the ball game. Let's see how Hayden responds. They're a really good football team, too. They blew out Emporia last week. Let's see how the Seaman defense responds. If you watched the game last week, Seaman's defense held really strong against Washburn Rural. Only allowed a score in Washburn Rural's last possession of the game. Looks like it'll be Pringle out there to kick it. Last week it was Caden Heidenrich. Back deep to return for the Wildcats is Ethan Florence and also Jordan Rainier. It looks like either Chance Riley or Skylar Specht. Pretty good kick. That'll be returned at the 12-yard line. It's Purnell, and he's brought down at the 25-yard line, and that's where the Hayden Wildcats will start off their first offensive possession of the ball game. The Wildcats are led by senior quarterback Johnny Holloway. Holloway will hand it off to Purnell. A bunch of Vikings crowding him and pushing him back. And forward progress will mark him with a gain of about 3.5 yards. Call it a gain of 3, second down and 7. Another handoff up the gut, but that went nowhere. It's already a rough spot for the Wildcats. 3rd down and 5 at their own 30. And an I formation once again. It's like Will DeVader's in the backfield with a receiver in motion. That's Rainier. And a screen pass on the left side to Purnell. And brought down. Ball's out! Recovered by Seaman! Caden Heidenrich pounced on it immediately after the ball came out. Great starter on offense and defense for the Seaman Vikings, and they have a huge chance to add on to their score here in the early going. An empty back shotgun formation for Reed Cowan. Receiver in motion on the defense. There was some motion, and there's going to be a flag, and that's going to be on the defense. He thought the receiver going in motion was him trying to get across the line. It was not so. That'll move it up to 1st and 5 at the 27. And this time it'll be an I formation. That is Zephyr John in the backfield. Stall bomber in motion. And a handoff to Zephyr John. Pushing forward, a good gain at around the 1st down marker. That's about where he goes down. Let's see if they move the chains. Move the chains. It's another 1st down for the Vikings. Stall bomber, or pardon me, that's Zephyr John in the backfield. Motion up front and a flag, and this time it's going to be on the offense. First down and 15. This time it will be an empty back shotgun for Cowan. With Stahlbomber in motion, it's just a pitch pass up to Stahlbomber. This time he's going to run it. He has a bit of an edge on the outside, hit hard out of bounds after a gain of about 3 or 4. Let's see what they call it. I think it was a gain of 3. It's right in the middle. It's about 3.5. 3.5, pardon me. So it's going to be 2nd down and 12. Once again, empty back shotgun formation for Cowan. And this time he'll look to throw. Fires left, but he short-armed it, and that's incomplete. The intended receiver was Stahlbomber. That'll make it 3rd down and 12. Zephyr John in the backfield to the left hip pocket of Reed Cowan with 3 receivers. A good block, a fire left side, looking for the end zone. Pass is caught, he's short of the end zone, but boy, what an over-the-shoulder catch by Caden Ireland. It's going to be 1st and goal inside the 5. It looked like about the 2. What a dot from Reed Cowan. First and goal, and yeah, they called it at the 2. Stahlbomber in the backfield. Handoff out to Stahlbomber, pushing forward. He looked like he was stopped short by about a half a yard. Second down and goal inside the 1. It's a QB sneak. He got in. Touchdown, Vikings. The QB sneak from Reed Cowan gives him his second rushing touchdown of the season. Ike Pringle back in to kick the extra point. Kick is good by Pringle, and it's 14-0 Vikings. .638 to go here in the first quarter. The Vikings will go on defense for the second time today. Their last defensive possession ended in a fumble recovery inside the 30-yard line.
32 yards, capped off by a 1-yard touchdown run by Reed Cowan.
Pringle to kick off again. It's going to be recovered around the same spot by Purnell. Had a bit of a lane, but it's closed up. He has the edge on the left side. Just evaded a defender. Has a couple people to beat, and he's brought down out of bounds around the 35-yard line. It's Camden Barta who brought him down. And that's where the Wildcats will start off their second possession of the ball game, with around 6.5 to go here in the first.
First and 10 Wildcats from their own 33-yard line.
Handoff to Purnell on the left side, had the edge. Evades a couple of defenders, but he's still going around and brought down around the 39 is what they'll call him. Good gain to start it off. They do mark him at the 40. That'll bring up a second and short. Nope, they moved it back. They're now at the 39. So it could be another rushing play. It's a handoff up the gut. Couldn't quite tell if he lost control of the ball or not, but he's brought it down after a gain of 2. That was Will DeVader.
Will DeVader on the carry for the Wildcats.
Third down and 2 for the Wildcats.
Brings up 3rd and 2. Tackled by number 65, Casey's
DeVader in the backfield, directly behind Holloway. Purnell in motion. Handoff to DeVader as The defender immediately went to the quarterback. He gives him a pat on the head saying good job. And DeVader's brought down near the first down marker. He may be half a yard short. He is a yard short. And it'll be 4th and 1. Let's see what the Wildcats do. Good rushing defensive stand here for the Seaman defense. It is 4th and about a half a yard. So in all fairness, they could just do a QB sneak up the gut. Holloway came from the sideline, and he is now going to direct a play. He's got 12 on the play clock. It's a handoff to DeVader. He got the first across the 45 and pushed down at the 48. So good set of rushing plays keeps the Wildcats' possession alive, and they'll move the chains for the first time tonight.
Tackle by number 6, Hayden for the Vikings.
This time there's 2 in the backfield. And a handoff and a pause, and he gets down after a gain of 1. That looked like Jaden Rayner.
Carries by number 1, Hayden Raymond.
And they only call it a gain of 1.
Tackle by number 86, Brady Colley. Gain of 1 brings up 2nd and 9.
Rayner in motion. It looks like it'll be a pass play, but it's going to go to the left, but it's overthrown and incomplete. Skylar Specht was the intended receiver, and it'll be 3rd down and 9 for the Wildcats.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Rayner in motion again. Looks like there will be 3 receivers. Looking left, but pressure's coming immediately, and he had to roll out to the right. Pass is dropped in the hands of Rayner, but he couldn't hang on to it as he fell, and it's going to be 4th down.
Pass intended for Hayden Raymond falls incomplete. The Wildcats covered by number 6, Hayden Heinrich for the Vikings. Brings up 4th down and 9. It's 4th down.
Fourth down, could be a punt, as that's Desmond Purnell all the way in the backfield, not too far in the backfield. A motion. Purnell will punt it off. A flag is down at midfield. Fair catch signaled. There was some contact, but there is going to be a flag and more contact after the play as Murray did catch it. So there are 2 penalties on the play. Let's check them out. So it is a penalty, both of them, on the Wildcats. They declined the illegal procedure, which was probably the motion, and they instead accept the kick-catch interference. Cowan looking to throw. Pressure coming, pass is short, and a flag down in the backfield. That might be roughing the passer, but let's make sure. Well, I was wrong. It's a holding on the offense. Just a bit of a late flag. It went down about when the quarterback was brought down. So instead, it'll be a 1st and 25. They'll hand it off on 1st down. Zephyrjohn breaking through into the secondary and brought down to the original line of scrimmage. A gain of about 15.
Pass is complete to Nathan Zephyrjohn for a gain of about 15 yards on the play. Tackle for the Wildcats by number
They call it a gain of 16, so it's a 2nd down and 9 as they mark him at the 38.
9 yards to go.
Shotgun formation. It's Zephyrjohn in the backfield. Motion up front, but he didn't cross the line. Looking deep on the right side. Has a man, but it's overthrown by a couple of yards and incomplete. And it looked like Braden Colley was the intended receiver. Boy, did he have him. But just came up a bit strong. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 9 after a strong 1st down. 2nd down goes nowhere. I formation with Zephyrjohn in the backfield. The receiver all the way at the top of your screen is PJ Vargas. A fake pitch, a look deep, has Colley wide open. It's caught and he's brought down across the 35.
Pass complete from Reed Cowan.
Brought down at the 33 and another 1st down for the Viking offense.
Good enough for a Viking 1st down. 1st and 10 Vikings from the Wildcats 33-yard line.
Zephyrjohn in the backfield, stall bomber in motion and a handoff. It's a fake handoff. Cowan has it. Has the edge, looking forward and brought down inside the 15.
Reed Cowan on the scramble for 18 yards. Good
1st
enough
down
for
and
a
10 at the
Viking
15-yard line for the Vikings.
Number 22 on the tackle for the Wildcats, Desmond Purnell. 1st and 10 Vikes to the 15-yard line.
Vargas, the receiver on the left side. It's Zephyrjohn in the backfield. Murray has it outside and gets a decent gain, a gain of about 5.
Murray on the toss, just for 5 yards.
It is a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down at the 10-yard line.
The Wildcats. 2nd down and 5 at the 10-yard line.
A toss out to Stallbomber. He has the edge. A flag is down. Scrambling forward. Is he in the end zone? Well, there's no signal, which means it could be a penalty on the offense. It looked like he got in from this angle. Let's check the call. called holding on the offense. That'll just move him back 10 yards. So that holding puts away a potential touchdown play if he got in, but it did look like a holding on the outside edge. It's an option. Cowan pitches it out to Murray. Murray hit hard at the 15 and gets a couple extra yards, which will bring up 3rd and about 8 once we get into the second quarter. The first quarter comes to an end with a strong start for the Seaman Vikings. They lead at 14-0 at the end of 1.
And that's the end of the first quarter. Vikings 14, Wildcats 0.
As we start off the second quarter, it will be 3rd down and 8 at the 13-yard line. The yard line to gain is the 5 in this shotgun set with Zephyr John in the backfield. Murray, Colley, and Zahn are your receivers. Pressure coming. Fakes the pass. He's going to run. Fires it right side. Has Stahlbaumer. Got the first. Trying to push forward, but is brought down at the 4. And a flag down late. That's a first down for the Vikes, but we'll see what the flag is. It came out right after he was tackled. So they will repeat 3rd down. They'll call it a blindside block. I couldn't quite tell on who. It's 15 yards from the spot, so it only moves them back 6 yards. So it's a 3rd down and 14. The Vikings might call timeout here. There's a bit of confusion. They do. That'll be their first timeout. The Seaman coach's box is immediately to my right. I could hear head coach Glenn O'Neill tell the coaches to call a timeout. There looked to be a bit of confusion as they left the huddle.
Seaman High School would like to thank the sports medicine physicians and athletic trainers of Cotton, O'Neill, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine for providing excellent medical coverage at many of our events.
They're down in 14 for the Vikings offense. This time it'll be shotgun for Cowan with pressure coming. Great block from Zefferjohn across the middle. Touchdown, Vikings! Cowan to Braden Colley. What a way to turn it around for 6 on the Seaman scoreboard. Second passing touchdown of the day, but the first one for Cowan on the night. And Ike Pringle will kick the extra point. Holder is Camden Barta. And the extra point is good. 21-0 Vikings as we just started the second quarter. So a blindside block moved them back quite a bit after they got a decent game, but after they called timeout, a great pass across the middle from Cowan to Colley for 7 points.
Touchdown drive with 8 plays, 62 yards, capped off by a 19-yard touchdown pass from Reed Cowan to Brady Colley.
Over the past couple of weeks, got to give a lot of credit to Reed Cowan. He's been a great quarterback for the Seaman offense, and he's the guy to look for all season long. I think the Vikings are going to have a great year with him behind the center. Really taken after his brother Dalton, who was a star quarterback here, graduated back in 2017, and eventually played football, I believe still playing at Emporia State University. Purnell caught the last couple of kickoff returns. Let's see if the Vikings will decide to go another way, as the last return for Purnell brought them all the way up to the 35 in decent field position. It will be Purnell to recover it at the 10 once again. Found a lane up the middle, but it closed off decently and once again brought down to the 35, just like last time. And you know, I think Kyle Adams got the tackle in the last return too. So after that experience of deja vu, the Wildcats will start off another offensive possession. And they've really loved the I formation all night. And they've had a bunch of run plays. This time it's Rayner with a flag down in the backfield and brought down after a gain of about 3.5, but let's check the flag.
Rayner on the carry for the Wildcats. Tackle by number 3, Peyton Murray. There's a flag in the play. Hold.
10 yards from the spot. We'll see what the spot was. If the spot was the line of scrimmage, then it's 1st and 20. The flag is at the 35. That's where we'll mark them. It's going to be 1st and 21. And this time it's a pistol set for the Wildcats. Some confusion from Rayner. Still confused, doesn't know where to go. And they might call timeout as the coach is all the way on the field. Timeout, Hayden. Only 30 seconds has gone in this second quarter. Already we've had a lot of action. Same formation as last time with a pistol formation. Immediate throw, which is caught at the 30 and pushed out of bounds at the 33. It was Hayden with the coverage and the push out of bounds, and it looked like the catch was made by Skylar Specht. I couldn't tell if it was Specht or Chance Criley. Chance Criley wears number 6, but Skylar Specht wears number 8. And from the distance that I am in, 6 and 8 on the Hayden uniforms look really similar, especially on the front. Pistol set for receivers for the Wildcats. Holloway takes the snap, pressure coming. He's going to have to fire it. Fires over his head, almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Intended receiver was Desmond Purnell, and Sean Hoffman's was just an inch away from getting an interception, which would have been the second turnover for the Hayden offense. 3rd down and 13 at the 33. This time it'll be a shotgun with an empty backfield for Holloway. Immediate pass, which is caught by Purnell. One-on-one, but defeats Hoffman. Gets the first at midfield, still going. And finally brought down at the Seaman 40. Desmond Purnell with a great receiving play. He caught it at around the line of scrimmage. So he went all the way to the 40 on his own. After running the shotgun and the pistol, they go back to the I formation, and it's Rayner with the handoff, finds a hole, and is brought down at the 32, and it's a gain of about 8. Rayner in motion, a pitch outside to Purnell, brought down by a couple of Vikings, but he stretched forward, but they're going to mark him a yard short.
About 1 yard. Tackle by Reed. 3rd and 1 for the Wildcats.
Third down and just about a yard. And a handoff and a first down, and gets a decent gain all the way out to the 22, and I believe that was DeVader. Yes, it was. A big first down for the Wildcats, and they're 2 yards from being in the red zone.
First down yardage. Spots the ball at the 22-yard line.
It'll be a quick pitch to Purnell. Makes a man miss, finds a hole, but is tripped and falls inside the 10. It'll be a 1st and goal for the Wildcats. It'll be at the 9-yard line.
First and goal from the 9.
Holloway will hand it off again, but he's met up immediately. Looks like a gain of 1, if anything. Purnell, the ball carrier again. It'll be 2nd and goal. They call no gain, so it will be at the 9.
No gain on the play brings up 2nd down and goal from the 9.
Fakes a handoff. Immediate throw, immediate catch by Rayner, and hit hard at the 4. And around the 3 is what they'll mark him down. 3rd and goal. Only about 3.5 yards to get to the goal line.
About 5 yards on the play. Tackle in the open field by Hayden. First down, goal to go from the 4.
See if let's see what the Wildcats will pull off here. Holloway in the pistol for a second, but now he goes under center. Fakes a handoff, fires immediately, passes caught, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Touchdown, Hayden Wildcats.
Johnny Holloway to Desmond Purnell. And finally, Hayden breaks the scoreboard with about 7 minutes to go here in the first half. And back to kick. The extra point is Skylar Specht. Holdles bobble, and he's going to have to do something with it. Throws to the end zone, and he's in for 2. Purnell with the reception. Who's the one that threw it? Gavin Arnold, the holder, threw it in for 2, and it's 21-8. Man, that could be a momentum booster for the Cats. It will be Skylar Specht to kick off. Caden Meredith, Peyton Murray, and Jordan Zahn back deep to return for the Vikings. The first kickoff of the game went kind of short. See how far this one will go. And as a reminder, the Wildcats will start off with the ball in the second half as they won the toss and deferred. It's a bit short and to the right, and Murray gets it in stride, but is hit immediately at the 26. With the tackle was Jameer Garrett. See how the Vikings will respond after the Wildcats scored their first points of the ball game. Zephyr John in the backfield to the right side of Cowan. Now switch to the left. Screen pass on the right side, caught by Stahlbomber. Bit of a stutter step, tried to juke him out, and is brought down after a gain of 2. Call it a gain of 3, so it will be second down at the 30.
Second and 7 from the 30.
Zephyr in the backfield again. Same formation as last time, but this time the three receivers are to the left. Cowan will throw, but looks right, and out of the hands of Vargas and incomplete. He pounds the ground in frustration. That'll bring him third down.
3rd and 7 for the Vikings at the 30-yard line.
See what the Vikings can pull off. Every one of their offensive possessions ended in a score. Empty back with Cowan in the shotgun. So obviously he'll look to throw a slant, which is caught by Zahn around the 40-yard line and finally brought down. And the 40 is where they will mark forward progress, and that'll move the chains for the Vikings.
8 yards on the play. Good enough for a Viking first down. Number 8, Skyler Speck on the stop for the Wildcats. 1st and 10 Vikings at the 40-yard line.
This time, they'll go in the eye. Zephyr in the backfield. Hand off to Zephyr. He had the edge for a second, tries to cut up field, hit hard in Hayden territory at the 44. For a second, I couldn't quite tell who had the ball, if it was Zephyr or Cowan, because Cowan was right behind Zephyr. Mark him down at the 43. Another first down for the Vikings.
1st and 10 Vikings at the 43-yard line of the Wildcats.
There's nobody guarding Murray on the near side, and finally a defender comes over. And a fake handoff. Cowan has it, but is hit at the 40 and is stretched forward by about a half a yard.
3 yards. 2nd down and 7. Tackle on number 4, Jameer Garrett. 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Called a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. Maybe 7. Motion up front, he crossed the line. That's going to be on the defense. That was DeVader who crossed the line. And that'll make it 2nd at about a yard and a half.
Encroachment results in a 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down, it's 2nd and 2 for the Vikings.
Handoff to Zephyr breaking through, and it's a hit hard across the 30. Purnell with the stop. But it's a first down for the Vikes.
For 4.5 yards, good enough for a Viking first down. Nice tackle on the play by number 22, Devin Purnell.
And the Vikings are going to call timeout again. That'll be their 2nd timeout of the half.
Scores in the 2nd quarter from the area. Shawnee Heights 14, Bonner Springs 9.
with 3:51 to go here in the first half. After the timeout called by the Vikings, it'll be 1st and 10. Motion up front. Now it looked like Stahlbomber and the defender moved at the same time. I wouldn't be surprised if it's on the offense because Stahlbomber moved. And they're going to call it on the defense. Yep, it's on the defense. Stahlbomber moving may have been an effect of the defender coming in. And that'll bring up 1st down and 5. The second encroachment on the Hayden defense on this possession alone. Handoff to Zephyr John, and he'll only get a couple. Oh, I think they gave him 3. He's brought down at the 21. That's where they mark him. So, yeah, gain of 3, 2nd down and 2. Handoff again. Zephyr John gets the first and a couple extra yards. Move the chains again for the Vikings. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 17. They're in the red zone again. Whistle and a flag, and it's on the offense. Make it 1st and 15. After the penalty, the Vikings will be spotted at the 22, which is about where their last play was stopped. This time it'll be a pistol formation for the Vikings. Zephyr John once again in the backfield. It's an option. No, it's a fake option. Cowan's going to look deep, but some good blocks and a flag down. Pass is almost picked. We'll check the flag. Skylar Specht almost got the pick. The flag came down in the backfield. If it's a holding, that'll just be 1st and 25. That's exactly what it is. Which might be 10 yards from the spot. That's further than 25. Because the flag is at the 27. Could be, it's 1st down and 30. They're at the 37. To get a 1st down, they have to go all the way to the 7-yard line. This is all because of penalties. Handoff to Zephyr John. Gets a couple, and there's a big pile. So it'll be 2nd down and long. The Vikings have one timeout as we reach around 2 minutes to go in the first half. Four receivers in the shotgun set. Cowan will look to throw, fakes a pass, now fires deep on the right side. Had to go over a defender, but it's caught by Colley at the 25. Just out of the outstretched arms of defender Jordan Rayner. It will be a third down and long, but boy, what a pass from Cowan. Third and 19 as we reach a minute 15 to go in the first half. Shotgun set. Third and 19, under a minute to go in the half. Looking to throw. Has a man left. Pass is dropped. Just out of Vargas's hands, and it'll be fourth down and long. They have a kicker with a deep leg. A pretty strong leg, I should say. He could kick it deep. But if they kick a field goal right here, that would be a 44-yarder. But the offense is staying on the field, so they may go for it. 48 seconds left in the first half, which of course clock stopped after the incompletion. Shotgun set. They will look to get a play. 5 on the play clock. And a timeout by Hayden. That's their second of the half. Kind of surprising. That kind of bailed the Vikings out. They only had 2 or 3 on the play clock. Once again, offense is still on the field, which looks like they're going to go for it. Cowan looking to throw, gets a couple of great blocks, but he's going to have to let it go. Fires deep to the end zone, deflected and incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs, and the Wildcats will take over with 41.2 to go at their own 26. They get the ball to start the second half, so let's see if they'll try something. Holloway under center, so it looks like they will run a few plays. They have only one timeout, a screen pass to Purnell. On the right side, has an edge, had to beat one man, but he's pushed out of bounds by Camden Barta at around the 45. They'll mark him at the 44. That'll be a first down, and since he went out of bounds, the clock will stop. It's going to be a run up the gut, and he gets the first down, is brought down at the 43. Will DeVader once again with the rush. 28.7 to go, but after they set the ball, the clock will start like it is now. So they're going to have to hurry. They'll just spike the ball. So it'll be second down and 10 with 24.6 to go. Shotgun set this time for the Wildcats. Screen pass left side, Purnell. Evaded a defender, but he's going to be brought down in the backfield, a loss of 3. And the Wildcats will call their final timeout. I think the clock stopped. They're looking to clock it, yep. Hayden called their last timeout of the half. .3 to go. And like I said, the Wildcats will have the ball to start off the second half. So if they could score, that would be huge. Fakes a handoff, so he'll look to throw. Only has one receiver on the right side. It's caught, and he's pushed out of bounds. That's a first down for the Wildcats at the 32. Skylar Specht with the reception. 11 seconds to go. And remember, Hayden has no timeouts, which means when you get a play going, you have to go out of bounds or maybe get a first down and spike it immediately. Look to throw. 2 receivers on the left. He's going to fire a short. Intercepted! Nathan Zephyr-John brought down at the 32. The receiver was in double coverage, and he just threw it short. And it looks like the Vikings will probably just take a knee to end off the first half with 4.4 to go.
First and 10 Vikings at the 33-yard line.
Cowan under center, and he will take a knee. The Vikings end the first half on a strong note. 21-8, the halftime score.
Halftime score.
We'll send it to the halftime presentations that happen here on the field. But until then, 18 minutes until we get to the second half. You're watching SVTV Live.
Moving out to the center of the field near the flag. The 2021 season marked the 60th 60th anniversary of Seaman Wrestling. As a way of celebrating the proud history of the program, the 1972 state team is being inducted into the Seaman Wrestling Hall of Fame tonight. That team, led by the late Don Hope, who served as head coach from 1963 to 1973, came home from the state tournament with a third-place trophy. Only the 1995 team has equaled that accomplishment. Members of the 1972 state team that are able to join us tonight include Wyatt Pope and Brenda Bonenglass, son of and daughter of Coach Pope. State qualifier and longtime Orthopedic business owner, Rusty Minster. State qualifier and retired Topeka firefighter, Mike Hidalgo. State medalist and Kansas State University emeritus professor in the Department of Biological and Agricultural Engineering, Danny Rogers. Assistant coach Jody Thompson was unable to be here, but sends his regrets. Thompson coached and taught at Seaman High School from 1970 to 1973 before moving on to Columbus High School, where he started the wrestling program. After Columbus, he started another program at Lafayette Community College, where he brought the Cardinals to national prominence. I would also like to recognize the assistant coaches, John Ray and Jordan Best. Congratulations to the Hall of Fame inductees and to the Seaman Wrestling Program on its 60th anniversary. Honoring the past, maintaining the tradition, building the future.
And now for your halftime entertainment, please welcome the SHS Viking dance team performing a palm routine. Special recognition to our seniors tonight, Casey Tanner, Andy Hurd, Kaya Pyle, and Sam Vieira.
This is how we do it. It's Friday night and I feel alright. The party's here on the west side. To all the neighbors in the street. Let's hit the track and roll to it. Hey! Our hands are in the air, and with them from here to there. If you want to do my cool, wanna be player. See the Lord's been good to me. I wish you
All right, guys, because we know that the pandemic is here, we can't have the whole band here, but we have the seniors, section leaders, and drumline from the band, and they will perform the first two songs of this year's show. The Extended Weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, drum majors for marching by stars. Ellie Noble, Leah Ford, and introducing head drum major, Hayden Fox. The show opens with Saturday in the Park by Chicago. And now to continue our 10th weekend, we have Sunday Night Football. Your Chiefs, featuring the song NFL on Fox. Here's to the mighty team. We were able to make it out tonight. A quarter of the band, but they are mighty as well. Stand up for your school song, Anchors Away.
always practice. Give it up for 1/4 of our marching bikes that are out here performing tonight. Appreciate their flexibility in moving to the north end zone to provide additional space on the home side of Seaman Stadium. Thank you. I want to give a shout out to our students that have come out to see to support their Vikings Thank you, student body. Thank you, cheerleaders. And what a great performance again this evening by the Vikings. Mrs. Anna Kennedy is moonlighting as a prom bonus tonight for the Seaman Viking marching band.
Welcome back into Seaman High School as our halftime score. The Seaman Vikings lead the Hayden Wildcats 21-8. We're just about 30 seconds until we get this second half kicked off. Well, the Vikings really started off strong. They led 21-0, but then Hayden got a pretty good scoring drive and a very lucky 2-point conversion. And then the Hayden Wildcats did a really good job defensively as they forced the Seaman Vikings to turn the ball over on downs, and then they were pretty close to scoring on their final possession before Nathan Zephyrjohn was able to get the interception with about 4 seconds to go in the first half. And that's where this leaves us right now. We are 24 minutes gone, 24 to go. And the Hayden Wildcats will receive the ball to start off the second half. Ike Pringle will kick it off for the Vikings. Back deep to return. Desmond Purnell, who recovered all of the Vikings' kickoff so far tonight. Skylar Specht and Jordan Rayner are also back deep to return on the left and the right, respectively, but Purnell's in the center. Pringle kicks it pretty well, but it will be returned at around the 10-yard line once again for Purnell. Finds a lane, breaks through, has the kicker to beat, and he's gone down the sideline. What a way to start it. Touchdown, Wildcats. Desmond Purnell goes 90 yards to the house, and it's a one-possession game. Skylar Specht in to try to put the Wildcats within 6. The holder is Gavin Arnold, who threw that 2-point conversion after a bobbled hold. This time it gets down and it is through, 21-15. What a thunderous way to start off the second half for the Wildcats. The Vikings scored the first 21 points unanswered, but the Wildcats have scored the last 15 in this ball game unanswered. That could have been the spark that the Wildcats really needed. They're now only in one possession. Skylar Specht will kick it off to the Vikings. Peyton Murray, Caden Meredith, and Jordan Zahn back deep to return. Kick is away. This time it's a pretty deep kick and will be returned by Meredith at around the 7. Meredith found a lane, did a nice spin move, and is brought down just across the 25. I think they mark him at the 27, and that's where the Vikings will start off their first offensive possession of the second half. First down and 10 for the Vikes. And an I formation with 2 backs. The lone receiver is Zahn, and a handoff to Peyton Murray, who tried to cut back but is met up immediately and brought down for a loss of 1. Second down and 11 after the 1 yard loss. Looks like a loss of about 1.5 actually. Shotgun set, and Cowan will look to throw. Has a couple of great blocks, fires right, it's short and incomplete. Looked like it was a comeback route for Peyton Murray, who was the intended receiver. And could have been a bit of miscommunication, and it'll be a third down and long for the Vikings. Another shotgun set with 4 receivers. Cowan fakes a pass, now he's going to fire deep, wide open receiver, it's Cauley, cut across the 40 into the 41. And a first down for the Vikings.
14-yard pass completion from Luke Cowan to Brandon Cauley. Good enough for a Viking first down.
First down and 10 at the 41.
Tackled by number 8, Skylar Speck. First and 10 Vikes at the 41-yard line.
This time a pistol formation. Nope, I was wrong. Cowan goes under center. Try to get a hard count. Fakes a handoff. Cowan had a lane. He's rolling right and gets brought down across the 45 into the 44. And another first down for the Seaman Vikings.
15 yards and a Viking first down.
Reed Cowan getting it done in the air and on the ground. First and 10 at the Hayden 44.
At the Wildcat 44-yard line.
Reed Cowan, the senior quarterback, which I should also mention this past week he had his birthday, so we wish him a happy birthday as well. As he goes under center, looking to hand off, met immediately, a bit of miscommunication, and brought down in the backfield by number 38, J.C. Cummings. And they call it a loss of about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards. This time, the Vikings go in a shotgun. Cowan rolling out, pressure coming, had to fire at the last second, it's caught by Zephyrjohn, cuts upfield. He evaded a defender, but still pushing forward, and the whistle finally blows at the 39. So a good job by Reed Cowan to get out of pressure and fire it for a decent gain of about 7, and it'll be third down and 5.
Pickup of about 7.5 yards on the play, brings that third and 4.
Now they spotted the ball a yard further, it's third and 4 at the 38. Two running backs in the backfield. That is Kobe Jordan and Kaysen Stahlbomber. Lost the football, got it back. Rolling right, has Stahlbomber, but he gets away from, now fires. Caught, met immediately, but he maintained the catch and a first down.
8-yard pass completion. To Katie Stahlbomber. Good enough for a Viking first down.
Another first down for the Seaman Vikings, this time at the Hayden 30.
First and 10 Vikes at the Wildcat 30-yard line.
Handoff, Zephyrjohn got through the line, but met up by linebackers with a gain of 4. And it'll be second down and 6 at the 26.
Tackled by number 55, Tim Wells.
Bit of confusion on the defensive line. Cowan looked to call an audible, I think. Miscommunication, and he's going to be brought down at around the line of scrimmage. Man, what happened there? Only a loss of about a yard. And it's 3rd down and 7. It's a pitch out to Murray. Murray gets a lead blocker in Zephyr John, but a good job shedding that block, and he goes out after a loss of a couple, and it's going to bring a 4th down for the Vikings. It looks like for the time being, the offense is staying on the field. Which, if they kicked it, this would be a 46-yarder. A yard short of the school record, I should add. School record is 47 yards, which is made by Walker Bassett back in 2017. And a shotgun set, Nathan Zephyrjohn's in the backfield on a 4th down and 8. Now Zephyrjohn moves as a tight end. Only there to block. Pressure coming, gonna fire it deep. Right side, picked off by Rayner at the 18-yard line. That's Jordan Rayner. And the 2nd turnover for the Vikings offense. The Vikings 0 for 2 on 4th down so far tonight. And the Wildcats, although not great field position, have a chance to tie and take the lead possibly. Their offense has been cooking the last couple of possessions. Although the last touchdown was from a return, this time it's Jaden Rayner, who's brought down outside near the line of scrimmage, I believe by Camden Barta. Yes, it was. And they say no gain. 2nd down and 10. Holloway under center with, wow, a bug flew into my face, with Will DeVader in the backfield. He's going to keep it, roll left, has a receiver, but he short-armed it, and it's incomplete. With Skylar Specs, the intended receiver, pardon me. And a 3rd down and long. Vikings crowd trying to rally behind their defense. Same formation as last time. Fakes a handoff, fires it deep across the middle, but it's overthrown and incomplete, and it's a 4th down. Intended receiver was Desmond Purnell. And it looked like Caden Heidenrich was there on defense, which could bring a punting unit for the Wildcats. They've only punted once so far today. Peyton Murray back deep to return. Purnell punted it last time, and he's pretty deep in the backfield, so I would say he's going to punt it. The Wildcats don't really put their guys deep. The punt is high. Fair catch called by Murray. This time no kick catch interference. And the Vikings will start off their possession at the 42. Nope, 44. We move forward a couple extra yards as we reach under 5 to go in the 3rd quarter.
puts the ball on the Viking 44-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
Last offensive possession ended in an interception on 4th down. Both Stahlbomber and Zephyr John in the backfield on 1st and 10. Cowan will throw, and a slant caught by Murray, brought down at the 41.
Reed Cowan to Peyton Murray for 13 yards. Good enough for a Viking 1st down.
Mark him down at the Hayden 42.
1st and 10 Vikes at the Wildcat 42-yard line. Tackle number 22, Desmond Cannell, for the Wildcats.
Zephyr John in the backfield on the shotgun formation. Pressure coming, and he's going to have to roll right. Cowan looking, fires across the middle, and it's caught at the 35 by Jordan Colley. Pardon me, Braden Colley, wow.
Reed to Braden Colley for 7 yards. 2nd down.
Calling a gain of 7, it'll be 2nd and 3. On the 2nd and short, Cowan will hand it off up the gut. Nathan Zephyr John dives forward to about the 31, and that's another 1st down.
Zephyr John for 4 yards and a Viking 1st down. Tackle by number 27, Seaman Viking. 1st and 10 Vikes at the Wildcat 31.
Peyton Murray and Zephyr John in the backfield, but it'll be a pass to the left side. Stahlbomber, did he make the catch? He did at the 24. It'll be a gain of 7. Cowan takes a snap, handed off to Zephyr John. Zephyr John trying to get pushed forward. Instead gets pushed backward, but let's see where forward progress marks him. It marks him just a yard short of the line to gain. It'll be a 3rd and 1. On this 3rd down and short. 2 in the backfield, that's Kobe Jordan and Nathan Zephyr John. And a whistle and a timeout called by the Vikings. 3rd down and 1 after the timeout by the Vikings, which was their first of the half. And this time it'll be Zephyr John and Kason Stahlbomber in the backfield. There'll be a pitch out to Stahlbomber, has the edge, got the first, and maybe a couple more. Mark him down at the 20. That's a first down.
Hayden Stahlbomber for 3 yards and good enough for a Viking first down. Number 2 on the tackle is Jordan Rayner for the Wildcats. First and 10.
Vikings using up some clock, which is what they should do. So if the Vikings score, it gives a lesser chance to Hayden to retaliate. Three in the backfield. Now Peyton Murray moves, and it's Stahlbomber and Zephyr John. Handoff up the gut. Looked like it was Zephyr John. It is brought down after a gain of 4. It was Zephyr John. So reach under 30 seconds to go, which might put them to the end of the quarter, as the play clock's at 32. Of course, the game clock, as you can see, is at 20. That's exactly what they'll do. Only one score happened in this quarter, and that was on the opening kickoff with a 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Desmond Purnell. But that's ultimately what the score leads us to as we head into the fourth. 21-15, the Vikings lead. Folks, we have a ball game.
Seaman Viking 21, Hayden Wildcats 15.
Three quarters down, 1 to go as it starts getting a little bit chilly here at Seaman High School, with temperatures reaching the lower 60s. And of course, no sunshine as we've reached nightfall, as it's about 5 till 9. Second down and 5 for the Vikings, with Zephyr John in the backfield. Only one receiver that's out wide, and that's Jordan Zahn on the left. And a handoff, Zephyr John gets the first, and it'll be a first down and goal after a gain of 6.
Nathan Zephyr John for 6 yards and the Viking first down.
First down and goal at the 9 for the Vikings.
Movement up front by the offensive line brings up first and goal to go from the 9.
Nathan Zephyr John in the backfield, and might hand it off to him again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's going to be a QB sneak, which gets the Vikings a gain of about 2. Strategy might be run as much clock as you can. You're in the red zone. You're inside the 10. Why not? Might run the ball a couple more times. It's worked pretty well in this possession. So that QB sneak may have been to catch the defense off guard. Play clock at 5 for the Vikings. Stahlbomber in motion. It's a pitch out to him. Finds a hole, breaking through, brought down at the 1-yard line. Third down and goal with 3 feet to go, just 1 yard. And a whistle, and we have an injured Wildcat.
Wilson, and athletic trainers Mike Longhopper and Mike Flynn. Thank you all again for being here and protecting our student athletes, both home and visiting teams.
The injured Wildcat is Jordan Rayner, who is limping off the field, but he is walking under his own power, thankfully. And I hate to predict things, especially in a situation like this, but it could have been a cramp because you couldn't see it on camera, but a coach looked like it looked like a coach was just stretching out his leg. And both of the Rayner boys have been on the field a lot today. So it is possible that it could just be a cramp. So they'll get that stretched out. They'll get them hydrated. It'll be 3rd down and goal. Vikings at the 2-yard line. Kobe Jordan, who has not touched the ball today, and Nathan Zephyrdron are in the backfield. Handoff, Zephyrdron met up at the line, tried to spin, tried to push forward. Did he cross the plane? No. He's down at the 1. And a 4th down and goal there. If you're the Vikings, do you go for it? I think they might. It's one of those situations where if you score, great. If you don't, they're at the 1. And it's less than a yard. So honestly, you could just go with a QB sneak or some sort of trickery. 4th down and goal at the 1. Can the Vikings score? Handoff, Zephyrdron, touchdown! Vikings! Ike Pringle out there to kick the extra point to put the Vikes up 13. The kick is good. 28-15 Vikings. It took some time, but they finally retaliated off of that kick return for a touchdown that happened just to start off the second half. And the Vikings lead by 13. Ike Pringle will kick it off for the Vikes. Same trio of Wildcats to return it. Jordan Rainier, thankfully, back onto the field, which looked like it was just a cramp. Desmond Purnell has received all the punts today, kicks. Skylar Specht also out there on the far side. 9.5 minutes to go here in the ball game. Will the Vikings defense step up, or can the Wildcats make a comeback after being down by 21? It's a bit of a pooch kick, and this time it'll be Rayner, and he'll hand it off out to Purnell because he recovered a touchdown, but he tripped and fell under his own power and brought down at the 28. Wildcats will start off at the 28. First down and 10. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Going to fire it right, and just out of the outstretched arms of DeVader. And that'll bring up second down and 10. Out there on the coverage was Peyton Murray, and Jordan Rayner's down again at midfield. Rayner hobbling off the field, which I thought was a good thing that he was back on the field after a couple plays. Literally 2 plays later, he's back down, which I thought, this is just my opinion, but I thought they put him in a bit too early, which caused him to get hurt again. Hopefully it's just nothing but a cramp. Handoff up the gut and brought down after a gain of about 6. Let's see who the ball carrier was. I believe it was DeVader. It was. That'll bring up third down and 4 for the Wildcats. This is a huge play on both ends. Takes a handoff, it's a reverse. Purnell has it. Some defenders coming. He evades a couple of them, looking to break through the lane and gets brought down across midfield, and a big first down for the Wildcats. And Purnell's having trouble getting up. He gets up easily, just looking to stretch out his left leg. And it's first down at the Vikings 48. The Wildcats have 3 timeouts. The Vikings have 2 as we reach 8.5 to go. Quick snap, handoff to DeVader. And a gain of 5. Second down. Wildcats are doing a good job of trying to hurry. There's only 1 defender on the right side where there's 2 receivers. And a bit of confusion. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Gonna fire deep. Has a man open. Is he gonna get him? No, he dropped it. Incomplete. Skylar Specht was the intended receiver, but it was either Camden Barter or Caden Heidenrich there to break it up. It was Caden Heidenrich. Third down and 5. Another big third down on both ends. Well, last third down they went with a reverse. And it's going to be a pass. Fires quickly, but he short-armed it, and it's incomplete. And now Jaden Rayner is down and holding his leg. He's hurt bad. Well, they literally had to drag Jaden Rayner off the field, who is hurting bad. And they got to get him off the sideline. 4th down and 5 for the Wildcats. Motion up front, that's a false start on the left guard. That makes it worse. It's 4th and 10. Fourth and 10, which of course the offense is going to stay on the field because this is a huge play for the offense. If they convert, that would really help. He's going to fire on the other end, one-on-one, caught by Purnell. He's brought down at the 37, and that is a first down. One-on-one coverage, and it was really good coverage, but just a great over-the-shoulder catch, which was thrown kind of behind it by Purnell, and it's first down and 10. Fakes a handoff. Now he's going to run, and he's brought down at the line of scrimmage. Couldn't quite tell if he faked the handoff or if it was some miscommunication. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Second and 10, this time does fake the handoff. He's going to look deep, has a man, but he threw it short. It's still caught at the 11. Skylar Specht with the reception. Mark him down at the 12, and it's a first down. It's a gain of 24. First down, he'll hand it off on the left side. It's Purnell, but he's brought down in the backfield. Reed Cowan, and it looked like Aiden Poulter was there. It's a loss of 2, second down and 12. Quick snap and a handoff, this time going onto the other side. Finds a lane and gets brought down at the 5. It's a third down, but a third and short. Jack Chisholm with the rush, and it is third down and 3. Third down and 3. Yard to gain is the 2, but they're only 5 yards away from a touchdown and bringing it to within 1 possession. Fakes a handoff. He's going to roll right. Has a receiver. Pass is deflected, incomplete, but a flag. And that looks like it's going to be defensive pass interference on Peyton Murray. It's half the distance. Will it be first down or third down? So half the distance is a half a yard short of the line to gain. It is third down. So it's third down and half a yard. Quick snap and a whistle and a false start. Hayden is just shooting themselves in the foot right now. So instead of third and a half a yard, it's third and 6. Folks, we got a ball game. I mentioned before, this is an inter-city rivalry between the Seaman Vikings and the Hayden Wildcats. So whoever wins is going to be huge. Third and 6 at the 7-yard line for the Wildcats. Chisholm in motion. Fakes the handoff. He's going to look to throw. Throw short. Pass is deflected and incomplete. Peyton Murray, or pardon me, that was Caden Heidenrich. And it will be fourth down. And if I'm the Wildcats, I go for it. Time's running out, 5 minutes to go. Clock is not on their side, and they're down by 2 possessions. This is a huge, probably the biggest play of the game. Hayden still with 3 timeouts, the Vikings with 2. Fourth down and 6, Wildcats. 12 on the play clock, they gotta hurry. They've been good at getting a snap off quick, but now there's 5 on the play clock, and they're just to the line. 2 seconds. 1 second, they get it off. Look at a throw. Throws end zone. Pass is incomplete. It was caught, but out of the back of the end zone. He was out of bounds, and it's a turnover on downs, and the Vikings will retain possession at their own 7. That was caught by Desmond Purnell, but like I said, he was out of bounds. And the Vikings take over off of turnover on downs. 3 timeouts still for the Wildcats, which the Vikings are at their own 8, but they've done a good job tonight of working the ball downfield, especially on the ground. Will be a handoff, but no gain. That was Nathan Zephyrjohn. Wildcats aren't going to call timeout. The Vikings can use as much clock as they can, and when they snap it, there'll be about 4:05 left. It's a gain of 1. In my mind, I'm kind of shocked that the Wildcats are not calling timeout. Because the Vikings can just milk this clock. There's 9 on the play clock. Takes a snap, pitches it out. This time it's stall bomber. He stops, and he won't go much further, but still a pretty decent gain of about 5. It'll be a 3rd down and 4, and the Wildcats called their first timeout of the half. In my mind, in my opinion, that's something they should have done before the last play. Because those 30 seconds that were wasted between plays, that could be crucial in the end. Third down and 5 for the Vikings. Let's see if they draw something up to get a first down. And by the way, there's a good sign on the far side. You can see Jaden Rayner jogging across the sideline, so thankfully he looks healthy. Cowan's going to throw. Pressure coming. And he's just going to run out of bounds, and that will stop the clock. On 4th down, it looks like the Vikings will punt it off. Hang on a second, the offense is on the field. 4th down and 8. If there is a punt. Well, Zephyr John's back in the end zone. And he's done some punting duties. Motion up front. That's going to draw a flag. I think it will be on the defense. That is the 4th time that the Wildcats have been called for encroachment tonight. Still 4th down, but it's 4th down and 2. Pardon me, 4th and 3. Back deep to receive the punt, Skylar Specht. Zephyr John looks like he'll punt it off. Ooh, the Vikings are trying to do a hard count, doesn't work, and the punt is away. And it's a deep punt, goes on the other side of midfield, still bouncing. Specht's going to pick it up. Specht is going to return it. Running on the right side, had the edge, a big block, and there's a flag down. That's going to be a blindside block on Hayden, and that's just going to move them even further back. And that block was by Gavin Arnold. So as much as they got decent field position on the return, they're just going to move 15 yards back. Once again, Wildcats are just shooting themselves in the foot. Flag was thrown at the 47, which means the Wildcats will start at the 32 with 3:41 to go and 2 timeouts, down by 2 possessions. looking to throw. Holloway fires right. It is caught by Specht and out of bounds, and he got the first down. First down and 10 for the Wildcats at the 42-yard line. Pistol formation. And Holloway will look to throw with pressure coming from Jordan. Fires deep. Pass is caught for another first down. That was Kalen Rice. First down and 10 at the Vikings 46-yard line. The clock is running. 3:18 to go. Oh, pressure coming from Zephyrjohn. He couldn't get him. Fires it deep. Has Purnell. It's caught. 10-5. Touchdown, Wildcats! What a throw by Johnny Holloway to Desmond Purnell. And it is a 7-point game with 3 minutes to go. Skylar Specht will kick the extra point to put him within 6. 3:07 to go. The hold is good. The kick is good, and it is within 6. The Wildcats were down 21-0, and they are on a 22-7 run. Now a big decision coming up in this kickoff. Do you kick it off with 2 timeouts? Or do you try an onside kick, but risk the Vikings having the ball in good field position? Well, the Vikings are prepared for an onside kick, which of course they're going to have one man all the way back. They're going to have 2 men, that's Peyton Murray and Caden Meredith, but the other 9 guys are all in the front, and they are ready for an onside if it happens. Remember, the ball has to travel at least 10 yards or touched by an opponent before the kicking team can touch the ball. There was a new rule in the NFL, I don't know if it's a new rule in high school, where the kicker cannot run up. Nope, it's not a rule in high school. You can run up for an onside if they do an onside. See what happens. Skylar Specht to kick. It's an onside kick, but it's a deep one, and Stahlbomber has it and immediately falls. That kick traveled 21 yards, which was a bit too deep for Specht and for the Wildcats. And with 3:06 to go, the Vikings have the ball with 2 timeouts on their end and 2 timeouts on Hayden's end. So what I said earlier about timeouts, I could be dead wrong. Considering a timeout could have been a good bet for the Wildcats, but let's see what happens. 3 minutes to go. Cowan's in the shotgun with Zephyrjohn in the backfield. Handoff, Zephyrjohn breaks through the line, but is tripped up and falls after a gain of 4. Gain of 4. The Wildcats are not calling timeout yet. The play clock just started, which means the Vikings can run this down all the way to around 2:05. Cowan under center. Looks like it's Stahlbomber dotting the I. Jordan back there too. A pitch out to Stahlbomber. Met up immediately at the line of scrimmage. And the Wildcats call timeout. 2:05 to go. That's their second timeout. 2:05 to go. And it'll be 3rd down and 6 after the timeout.
Tackle number 47, Will David. Timeout, Hayden.
.205 to go. 1 timeout left for Hayden as it has started to rain here at Seaman High School. Not too hard, just a little bit of a drizzle. There's only around a 10% chance of it raining during the game. Huge play here for the Vikings. 2:05 to go. 3rd down and 6. The last time on 3rd down, they went for a pass play. Let's see what happens. It's a pitch out. Stahlbomber will throw. He looked like he had a man, but instead he's going to run. Finds a lane, but he's going to be brought down short. Only a gain of about 2.5. Good defense by Skylar Specht to prevent a man downfield from getting open. And we have we had a Wildcat down, but he gets back up easily. And Hayden calls their last timeout with 1:55. And I think the Vikings will punt, which means the Wildcats have a chance to come back. Fourth down in the upcoming play. It's 4th and 4. In my mind, if I were me, I'd probably punt it. But let's say, here's another suggestion. You're 4 yards away from a first down. If you get a first down, it's over. It looks like there's going to be a punt. And, oh, there's a bit of miscommunications on Hayden's defense. I don't think they have 11 players on the field. There's no flag thrown. Zephyr punts it away, punts it down to the 15. Is Purnell going to pick it up? No. Oh, a Hayden player touched it, but Purnell pounced on it at the 10. Man, that could have been brutal. In my eyes, I tried to count to see how many Wildcats are on the field. I counted 10, but I'm not 100% sure. We marked the ball at the 15, but it should be the 10, right? Well, regardless, first down and 10 at the 15 for the Wildcats. Shotgun set, no timeouts, 1:42 to go. This possession will prove who wins the ball game. Holloway will throw, he'll look deep. Wide open man, downfield, it's Dropped! Man, that was close. Jaden Rayner was the intended receiver. He had to turn all the way around to try to catch it, and he couldn't come up with it. I thought he had it for a second. Second down and 10 at the 15. Man, that was close. In my opinion, I think you have extra people in the secondary. Holloway looking to throw, going to fire deep. Pass is caught around the first down marker, and that's where he's brought down, and he is out of bounds for the first down. I think the Hayden coach wanted a horse collar tackle, but he didn't get one. And it's a first down and 10 for the Wildcats at the 26. He was out of bounds, so the clock will not run until the ball is snapped. Minute and a half to go. For receivers in the shotgun for Holloway. As he'll look left. Some pressure. He's going to run. He's going to throw last second. Pass is caught at the 35. He's going to try to look out to go out of bounds, and he does at the 43. Kalen Rice with the reception. First and 10 at the 41-yard line. It was out of bounds, so just like last time, clock will not run until the ball is snapped. Holloway will look to throw. He's going to fire it deep. Has a man. Flag down. Pass is caught across the 40, but let's check the flag. It was thrown in the backfield, and I think it's going to be on Hayden, but we'll check it out. It's coming back. It's on the offense. Flag is down at the 38, which will push him back to the 28. It'll be second down and 24, I think. Or 23. Let me see if I can get my math straight. And the Vikings will call timeout. Their second timeout of the half. That was another example of Hayden shooting themselves in the foot. If that holding did not happen, the Wildcats would be at around the Viking 35 or the Viking 40, something like that. And they moved the ball really well. But instead, it is, I was saying first down. Oh, yeah, it is first down and 23 for the Wildcats. All the way back at their own 28. Once again, time's not on their side, a minute 15 to go. They scored on a big play on their last possession. How huge would it be to do it again? Only one timeout left for the Vikings. First down and 23 for the Wildcats after the penalty. Crowd here at Seaman High School starting to get loud. even though it is only limited attendance. Holloway will look to throw. He's going to fire. It's picked off at the 30! Kaysen Stahlbomber! That's going to do it! Clutch defense, as good as it gets. And the Vikings pull it off. The Vikings can just take a couple of knees and run it down. What a huge win this would be. They can just take one more knee. And that will end the game. It's under 40 seconds, so the next knee will just have them run out the clock. You take a knee, and that's going to do it. The Vikings led by 21 late in the first half. The Wildcats rallied, but the Vikings pulled it off late to defeat Hayden 28-22, our final score. A big win for the Vikings, as the Hayden Wildcats aren't even going to go to midfield to shake hands. And that will do it. 28-22, our final score here at Seaman High School. Thank you all so much for joining us here on SVTV Live.